Greetings and welcome to the Oakland Is television show, where we spotlight the movers and shakers and image makers of Oakland and the surrounding communities. Today, we have three of the most exciting human beings on the planet right now. There's Michael Lange, who plays Elijah Muhammad, and he's also directed this piece. DeJuan Connor, who plays Malcolm X, and also the writer of this great play called The Expulsion of Malcolm X. We'll start with you, Larry.
Okay.
Now, what was your motivation for this epic work?
A friend of mine many years ago invited me to see a documentary on Malcolm X, and at the time I didn't know much about him. I had some of an elementary knowledge of him. And after watching this documentary, I was really overwhelmed by his story, strongly moved. It had a profound effect on me. And I decided at that point that I was going to study as much as I can about Malcolm X and write this play in tribute to Malcolm X. So this play is a celebration of Malcolm X and his relationship with Elijah Muhammad. I felt that Malcolm X life reads like a Shakespearean tragedy, and I wanted to share this story with the world about this one of the most powerful speakers in U.S. history, Malcolm X.
Yes, indeed. Now tell us about the acronym COVE and what is its vision?
I'm going to let the founder of the company speak about that.
Mr. Connor?
Yes, and thanks for having us today. COVE stands for Colors of Vision Entertainment, and it's coming from an African paradigm. We all come in different shades, different tones, and we all have different talents from the Creator. So, and we all have a vision that we need to get out, but our vision, our platform is entertainment, whether it's spoken word, whether it's theater, movies, whatever you name it. So it's all of us coming collectively together to get a certain type of agenda set forth through entertainment, through the diaspora of African people.
Wow. So now the gentleman sitting next to you played Malcolm X, and you're playing Malcolm X now. What did you gain from having him as your director?
A lot of knowledge, to think outside of the box. You know what I mean? Because I'm a relatively young man, I would say. So from me being taught in the school system about Malcolm, me doing my research about Malcolm, sometimes I would maybe fall back on some things that I was taught, maybe that was good or bad, but it was always great to be able to come lean on him and ask him, hey, Mr. Lange, what did you think about this? What would Malcolm really be thinking? Or was this really true? Did you really think all your years of researching and meeting people from coast to coast, did this really happen? Is that true? So yeah, being able for him to open my eyes to different possibilities of bringing Malcolm's life to the forefront again, was instrumental in my development as an actor.
Yeah, you do a credible job too. We can't wait for Lange College. And now, last but not least, Mr. Michael Lange over there. He directed this piece, and he plays Elijah Muhammad. What was that like for you?
Well, the finding Elijah. I'm on a journey. It's like an onion. You keep peeling back layers of the complexities of who really lived and who really did love Brother Malcolm X.
Right.
And I think that in the final analysis, even though the press may not tell it this way, Elijah saw Malcolm as a spiritual son and loved him all the way to the end. So that's the discovery that I want to bring. Of course, Elijah had asthma. He had a third-grade education. So what I'm peeling back is how was he so impactful? Yeah, people hung on every word he said.
Right.
So he built up an incredible legacy, and so I am honored to get on the other side of the production as a director and take on a role as Elijah.
So now, who are some of the other characters in the play?
Well, the play has perhaps the three most powerful speakers the last century, at least in the black community: Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad, and Martin Luther King. And Martin Luther King plays a pivotal role in this play too, and it gives the audience has a chance to see Malcolm X deliver some of his greatest speeches, King delivering some of his greatest speeches, some of the people are unfamiliar with.
Right.
And the Elijah Muhammad, so the audience gets to see, experience this, and see the difference between Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad, the difference between Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King.
So now, what really happened between Malcolm and Elijah? What made the whole thing fall apart?
Well, I think a schism of some type entered into the picture probably around 63, maybe the beginning of 63, 64, because by December of 1963, Malcolm was expelled on December 1st, 1963. So he only has a few months to live after that, because he dies certainly in February of 1965. So it talks about the celebrated relationship, but what we see is it's slowly crumbling as we see this jealousy, this envy. This is the Shakespearean angle of this, and some of the lines are just so tremendous in terms of the feeling that you get, that you think that you are a fly on the wall in the Nation of Islam's headquarters. And so we see the characters beginning to develop a conspiracy to push Malcolm out of the organization.
So these are true events of the day that are in this play, right? These are everything is a true event?
Yes, it's definitely a play or a drama based on historical facts.
Now, when you get over to Laney College, what happens after that, and where does the play going from there?
Right now, we're making plans to take the play to New Jersey, to East Coast.
Okay.
We're still in the process of completing the paperwork on this and making the arrangements on this. But our goal is to take this play to New York and eventually take it on tour. We think we have a cultural jewel here.
I'm sure.
Yeah, and we think that people are really going to appreciate this play, because this play has something to say. It's a serious play with some universal truths. And I think it would be difficult for an audience to watch this play and not be moved by this play and to learn something from this play. And especially if you're a member of the black culture, you can see, well, one of the things I like about the play is you can see what black people can do when they unite and willing to work together. And this is one of the things that the Nation of Islam does in this particular play. It prospers, it uplifts the black community. And like any other society or culture, it does have its mistakes and flaws, and that's where it becomes universal. But I think whether you're from the black culture or any culture, there's something in this play that is universally true and valuable.
Now, what is Indiegogo, the Indiegogo campaign? What is that?
Well, I can start. Yeah, the Indiegogo campaign for our particular company, Cove. The Indiegogo is a crowdfunding opportunity where people from around the world can contribute. And we're trying to raise $85,000, which will ensure or secure our trip to New Jersey and bringing all of the production values that we have here in the Bay Area. We will be starting our campaign. It's in progress now, and people can help us by going to the website of Indiegogo, and you can make any dollar amount contribution you would like.
So now that's how we, the community, can show our support, is by going to...
Well, yeah, there's other ways, of course. They can come to see the play.
Most definitely.
And where can one find a ticket to this extravaganza?
Brown paper tickets.
Brown paper tickets.
And it's May 23rd through May 31st.
At Laney College.
Weekend performances, and there are matinees. And there will be 2 performances on our Saturdays, May 20. I think it's May 24th and May 30th.
Matinees on Saturday?
Yes, at 2:30.
And how about Sunday? Is there a matinee on Sunday?
Yes, there is a matinee on the first Sunday, which would be May 25th. And we will not have a final performance on June 1st, which would be a week later, but we will have 3 performances Friday night and 2 on Saturday in the final week.
And the after party?
Yes, yeah, you know, we have a friend, her name is Dee Johnson, and she gave us an after party last year.
Hello.
And I saw her about 3 weeks ago, and she says, I want to support this, have the party at my house. And
look out now.
She invited all of her friends, too.
I will be there. Now, I know you have some scenes you'd like to work through here for the rest of the show. So we'll pause now and get ready for that, unless you have something else that you want to tell the audience.
Well, I think it's important to set the scene up. The first scene, we'll be seeing a combination of speeches given between Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X. They're in different places, different parts of the country at different times, but for television we're going to try to put them all on at the same time. But just to show you the power of their words. The next scene is that as Elijah was, his health was waning, he wants to take his power back. He wants to take his responsibilities and control over them, because he's heard through jealous other people that Malcolm X is rising fast, and that he is a great public speaker and he's overshadowing you. So those are the history of those two short scenes.
The human element in the whole idea. Yes. Well, I guess we can go now and do some of the scenes for the show.
Good.
We'll be right back.
All right. I don't have a degree like many of you out there before me have. But history don't care nothing about your degrees. The white man, this slave master, he brought you over here, and of your past, everything has been destroyed. Today, you do not know your true language, what tribe you are from. You wouldn't recognize your tribe's name if you heard it. You don't know anything about your true culture. You don't even know your family's real name. You are wearing a white man's name, the slave master who also hates you.
Never forget your past, no matter how painful. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that he who knows and studies his past is more inclined to master his future.
You have tilled his fields, cooked his food, washed his clothes. You have cared for his children when he was away. You have been better Christians than this slave master who taught you his Christianity.
This white so-called professor said to me, well, the founding fathers. I said, what? Don't you ever call those pale-faced white racist slave masters my founding fathers. Washington, Jefferson, Franklin, and Adams were all white racist slave masters, or at least high-ranking officials of a racist regime. And no real father wants his children to be slaves. So I said, I want you to call them by who they really were. Now, what were you saying about these white racist slave masters? And this old white so-called professor turned red like the devil.
Just as you made Africa the greatest land in the world, the white man stole and kidnapped you away from her. And within a few short generations, you have made this country, America, the greatest land in the world, and that's because you are the greatest people in the world.
The next time the white man calls you savages, immoral, evil, ignorant, or violent, I want you to remind him of who massacred the American Indian and stole their land. The white man. Who enslaved and murdered millions of blacks? The white man. Who butchered 6 million Jews? The white man. Who started World War I and World War II? The white man. Who dropped the atomic bomb on Japan? Not once, but twice. The white man. And he has the audacity to call us savages and evil. Oh, if Allah destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah with fire and brimstone because it was a wicked city. Oh, imagine what he's going to do to the white man. Now, the next time the white man says that he's superior to you, he may have a point in one sense. The white man, by his own historical record, is superior to all the other races when it comes to wickedness and destruction. But if the white man keeps messing with the black man, Hiroshima will look like Disneyland compared to what the black man will do to America.
The white man, he has this evil blue eye. The white man has, Assalamu alaikum, Brother Malcolm.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
Have a seat, my son. Brother Malcolm, I have decided to resume teaching all of my classes from now on, and I will be leading all conventions and rallies.
Sir, are you sure? Your personal physician said that you needed
You
rest.
must act like I'm frail or something.
No, sir. I was just wondering how is your health?
I am just as healthy and strong as you are, maybe stronger. And I'm taking back control of all my responsibilities again.
Praise be to Allah.
Yes, praise be to Allah.
Sir, there is an important issue I need to talk to you about. The black masses are beginning to speak ill of the Muslims. They're starting to say that the Muslims are all talk, but no action. Now, I'm against King and his integration philosophy, but now I'm against King and his integration philosophy. We got to start. I heard somebody say stop. That's what
All right. Did anybody say stop?
I heard.
Okay, let's start all over again.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Sometimes they say stuff, but they say a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking, yeah.
Yeah, we heard stop.
You should start over because your Irish is on
No,
mic.
hold on, the director's talking, hold on. Who was the first person to speak once you said? Michael. Okay, we'll start again with the single shot of Michael.
And what am I
From
saying?
right after you said.
Okay.
So when you said, so we'll
Okay.
start there.
I'm just going to
Yeah,
apologize
okay,
for
that's
that.
all right. That's good. That's good enough. Let me know when you're ready.
I will.
Brother Malcolm, I have decided to resume teaching all of my classes from now on, and I will be taking back all of my responsibilities again and speaking at the national conventions and rallies.
Sir, are you sure? Your personal physician
You
said...
are acting like I am frail or something.
No, sir. I was just wondering about your health.
I'm just as healthy and as strong as you are, maybe even stronger. And I am taking back control of all my responsibilities again.
Praise be to Allah for restoring your health.
Yes, praise be to Allah.
Sir, there is an important issue I need to talk to you about. The black masses are beginning to, they're beginning to say that the Muslims are all talk, but no action. Now, I'm against King and his integration philosophy, but they're starting to say that he's out there on the front lines fighting, trying to do something while the Muslims do nothing, unless somebody bothers the Muslims. Now I feel we should show the world that we are serious and we mean business.
Well, what would you like us to do, General?
Sir?
What would you like us to do?
Well, first I think we should loosen our non-engagement policy with the civil rights groups. I feel whenever there's a protest in the Birminghams or the Little Rocks or the Greensboros, that the Muslims should be there in full force so the world can see our strength.
Well, maybe we should be there with guns.
If necessary.
Guns, Brother Malcolm?
Where it's our constitutional right to bear arms. When the Ku Klux Klan and the white citizen councils walked down the street with more guns than they had in World War II, America said nothing. And when they shoot down innocent black women and men and children in cold blood, America still says nothing. Oh, but let one black man say that he's going to pick up a rifle to defend himself or his family. Oh, America screams he's violent. Now, Wallace and I both feel the same way.
Wallace? You have my son joining your gang? Huh? Oh, I was always concerned about that boy.
We just feel that the nation can move faster than this mule's pace. There are some real thoroughbreds.
I would rather have a mule that I can depend on than a racehorse I can't depend on.
Yes, sir, but what I was trying to say was, what's the use of having a fast and powerful sports car just to let it sit in the garage?
Things that stand still last longer.
Yes, sir, but they don't get anywhere.
This is a religious organization, not a political one.
Sir, when a religion ceases to help her own people, it ceases to be even that.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, sir, just sincere.
Sincerely wrong. I think you've been working too hard. Maybe you need a little rest.
Sir, one can never work too hard when attempting to free one's people.
Even Allah takes a rest. I think you need a rest too.
Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
Thank you.